Let's create a behavioral segmentation using a smart list. So you need to be in the lead database tab, go to my smart list, right click, create a new smart list. Let's call it behavioral and then add your name and click create. Now there's a lot of behavioral filters in Marketo. Not all of them are useful, depends on what is connected to your Marketo. So for example, if your website's visited to your Marketo, which it should be, you should be able to use filters around websites. So for example, we could use visited web page. So let's use the Dyson example. We want everyone who's visited a web page related to vacuums in, say, the last 2 months. So we would say, okay, the web page, and that's the URL. The web page URL contains vacuum because we know that's how our site's structured, and we want them in the last 60 days. So this would filter my leads according to anyone who's visited the vacuum page or pages in the last 2 months. Or we could remove this and it would give us everyone who's ever visited a vacuum page on the Dyson site. So obviously one's going to be much larger because it could be going back 2-3 years, and the other is going to give us a much smaller set because it's only in the last 2 months. So it really depends on the size of your database and the amount of analytics data you have as to whether that's enough leads produced to make this a successful campaign. So you need to play with these to get the number of leads. So and all you would do is switch to the leads tab to get an idea of how many qualify. Now the other thing in the Dyson example we wanted is to say, okay, they didn't purchase a vacuum cleaner recently. So to be able to do that, you would need to be connected to your CRM and actually have that product data. This demonstration site isn't set up for that. So let's do something else. Let's say we want people that have already engaged with one of our email campaigns around vacuums in the last 2 months as well. So what we're looking for here, if we just clear this, if we go to filters and we look at lead history, this will give us all the options. If we click on email, what we're looking for is someone who has, for example, opened an email, but let's say we want people that have actually clicked in an email, so engaged with one of our previous offers. So we could say it's a particular email, or we'll just say any. So any email that's been sent from Marketo in the last 30 days. So now we're going to get people that have visited the web page containing a vacuum site, as well as engaged with one of our previous emails that was sent out. You could get more specific. You could say the email campaign that we sent, or the name of the email, had to contain, for example, vacuum. So it had to be a vacuum related offer in the last 30 days. So now we're going to get a much more restricted set. Of course, if we want one or the other, we could flip from all to any, and then we would get a list of people that visited the web page as well as people that had clicked in the email.